Hey, welcome back. I'm Ross and you're watching Sky Management. Today we are working on an apartment and we have a door. The front door of this apartment has been hitting the wall and it's apparently done this several times. You can see where it's hit the wall and it's been patched before. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this opportunity to show you how to patch a hole in a texture wall and then retexture it. And then we're gonna end up putting a plate here that prevents the door handle from hitting the wall. I will say that this door did have a door stopper down here, but when you open the door real hard, it just smashes the door stopper over to the side and it doesn't actually stop the door. So by putting the plate on here, the door handle will be able to just hit that plate and it'll be fine. So to patch the hole, we're going to use any all-purpose joint compound. This one is a vinyl one that's for interior, exterior. It's just what we happen to have. I will link down below just some all-purpose wall patch spackling. Scrape some wall patch in there, make sure we get the whole thing covered. Now the wall is textured, so if you just scrape it on there and sand it, it's going to give it a flat finish, and that's not good. So we're going to show you how to fix the finish so that it is textured like the rest of the wall. You're going to need to smooth it out, and you may need a bigger trowel, and of course I don't have my 12-inch trowel with me today, so we just took a piece of straight edge plastic and we're going to try to use that to smooth it out as much as we can. Now, this is probably good here like that, and we're gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna sand it and put on a second coat. Okay, we're back to our project here on day 2. It is all dry now. You can see that the patch has kind of shrank a little bit and cracked. That's normal, that happens. So we're gonna sand it down smooth, and I have some medium grit sandpaper. Now when you're sanding this on a textured wall, you're probably going to sand off a lot of the texture around the edges, and that's okay because once we've got this all patched up, we're going to retexture this section. Okay, we're back again on our day 3. It's all dry now, and you'll see there's no cracks in it this time. On your second coat, you probably won't have any cracks anymore due to it shrinking. We're going to sand it down one more time. You want to get it as smooth as you can. And if you'll see on our wall here, we have some texture. This is sort of an orange peel texture. This is really common to have in homes. We're going to add the texture over this area. To do that, we're going to use this textured spray. We will include a link for this down below. You can purchase this on Amazon. It's not that expensive. One can would do probably 5 to 10 of these spots like this. To use this, there's an adjustment on the back on how heavy you want to do it. I'd start with it pretty light, and you're going to hold it a foot or so away from the wall, and you're going to have to keep moving when you spray it. So be spraying it, be moving when you spray. Just short bursts like this. And we're going to hit the area that we sanded as well as the area around it, because we also sanded a lot of the texture off around this area. So you go up and down a few times, you can go side to side a few times. If we think we got enough texture, and then you can add more later. If you happen to spray it on there and it's all globby and you get too much, then let it dry and you can sand it down a little bit. With our texture sprayed on, we are now ready to paint it. It typically takes more than 1 coat of paint, so we'll probably have to put 2 coats of paint at least on here. But after the first coat, you'll be able to see if you have enough texture that you've added in. After the first coat of paint, you can see that there's not enough texture right in here where we've smoothed it all down. There is some, but we'll have to hit it again before we put our second coat of paint on. Once the paint was dry, I've textured it one more time. We're gonna go ahead and paint it again. And then it should be ready to have the plate put on it. We've got our wall all patched up and ready to go. I've got a plate here that I'm going to use for a stopper for the door handle. These come in different sizes. This is a larger one. It's a 6-inch. They come in a 3-inch as well. We'll put a link for these down in the description below where you can order them on Amazon. They're really easy to use. You just peel the backing off and they're self-adhesive. You'll want to look at where the door handle lines up, where it's going to hit. Put it right in the middle of that. Stick it to the wall, and you're all set. Now we're gonna go ahead and leave the stopper down there at the bottom, so that should stop the door, but if somebody comes in here, opens it real hard, you'll hit that instead and keep from putting a hole in the wall like there has been multiple times before. Hope you found this helpful. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you back here next time.